right, so before I was mentioning that for homes outside of your zip code that you could put 10% down on was investment properties. I misspoke. That's not right. It's your vacation home. So you can have, I think, I don't know the number of vacation homes you're allowed to have under that 10% down rule. I know for sure at least one, but it has to be outside of your zip code. You can buy a vacation home for 10% down, at least with the lender that I use, the broker. The broker, well, actually, I don't know if they're a broker so much as they are. No, actually, I'm thinking about it. They're not. They're not a broker. They're a lender. Essentially, the difference between one and the other is one works for a specific company and you get the loan through them, and that's their business. The other is they shop the needs around. So you're looking for a $250,000 loan for a house, and they go in and they look and see, what is the best deal that I can find for you? So what's the best interest rate, loan terms, and down payment, and all that good stuff. So I don't know that I've worked with a broker before on a loan. I do hear good things, so maybe that's a good option. I don't know. I thought of something else that I need to do in the terms of paying down debt. So one of the things that I've been trying to do lately is, I'll say, hey, I want to pay down debt, but then I don't do anything that lines up with that goal. So it's like, it's just an idea. So two things actually that I want to do. I want to go in and I want to find an application that budgets from our primary account that we spend money out of, that automatically categorizes things that we buy into categories. So like eating out and gas, food, electricity, mortgage, all that stuff. It just I don't have to think about it. It's linked to our bank account. It just automatically does that. And I want to start reviewing that, with my wife, obviously, so we can, face the music, which sucks because it's never fun to look at that stuff. It's like, man, we spent this much on eating out, which I already know that's bananas. So we got to figure that out. I want to do that. So find an application that does 99% of the categorization automatically. That way it's effortlessly. One of the things I've learned is if it's hard to do, I'm definitely not gonna do it all the time. I may make sure that I do it, but it's not gonna be on a schedule more than likely. The harder it is, the less likely I am to do it. I think that's with everything. So I definitely want to make sure that it's easy and puts things into categories so we can see what we're spending. So that's the first thing. Second thing, I need to look at the loan that I took out for my business, because here's what's hard to do is get a business loan. That's super hard to do, especially when you're talking about vending machines, because when I bought the business, we had 51 vending machines. So that's 51 pieces of equipment that you would think the bank would loan on. They would not. They don't look at vending machines as a loanable asset. I don't know why. To secure the loan. So I had to take out a personal loan that was unsecured. So I've worked very hard with my credit score to keep it high, and I've worked very hard on my debt to income ratio to keep it low. So I don't have a car payment because I paid our main SUV that we bought years and years ago off, and I just drive it now. It's fine. It's a Honda, so it's probably going to outlive me. So my debt to income ratio is low. So I was able to get an unsecured personal loan for the amount that I needed, the full amount, which is crazy. I mean, because to me, it may not be a lot to some, but I mean, it's a lot. So with that came a pretty terrible interest rate. So with that interest rate, I'm paying a lot of interest each month on the monthly payment, far more than I need to, that's for sure. So I've paid it down, substantially in 7 months. I think I've paid $12,000 down on the principal balance, which is pretty good. I mean, considering I've upgraded the business as I went, I mean, I think that's fantastic. So I need to shop around getting a better loan term. Side note, one thing I'll tell you that's crazy. So I went to the bank after having the business for 6 months. I had an opportunity to show some income and what I've made, my profit and loss statement, which, full disclosure, was not great because I've been spending money on upgrading the machines in the business. So it looks not great. It looks like I'm losing money, which I am, but I'm putting value back into the business and I'm showing reoccurring income. Even that, coupled with the equipment, again, that they don't value at all, which is crazy to me. I mean, because you could sell it off right now and it would be $30,000 to $50,000 that they can secure some kind of form of a loan with. They still didn't value that, and they still would not refinance into a business loan. So out of my personal name into the business, under the business loan, under the business name, they would not give me a loan for the business at a lower amount than what I bought it for. So I don't know the theory behind that, but anyways, so instead of giving me a loan, they offered me a line of credit and a credit card. So I'll give you some rough numbers. I was asking for, I believe, $80,000. My equipment is worth, let's shoot it low, $35,000. That's very low. My business gross is around $125,000 for 2023, projected to be 133, 140 for 2024. So upward projection. Net was $45,000, and they wouldn't loan on that. So net $45,000. I mean, that's after everything. And then add on the $35,000 for equipment, which is a very low value for that equipment. When you think about the equipment being vending machines, so the cheapest vending machine you could probably buy is a snack machine that's unrefrigerated. Basically, you have racks of coils. It plugs into a 110 outlet, has a coin mechanism, has a little computer board, very simple, spits out a snack when you put money in. Those, brand new, are probably $35,000 to $5,000. Brand new for middle of the road snack machine. A drink machine? I mean, we're talking, if it's brand new, $4,500, brand new. And that's getting in at the bottom of the market. Top of the market, I think I've said before, it can be $10,000 or more for an elevator, glass front, beautiful drink machine where you can see all the drinks. There's no restriction. You put bottles, put cans, you program it any way you want. You have like this nice, pretty touch screen. So, and think I have 49 machines now, and I'm valuing that at $35,000 to replace. Granted, they're not new, right? But to replace them, bare minimum, I'd have to spend at least $40,000, at least to replace them. And I'm pretty confident that I could not replace all my machines for $40,000. I'm very confident, actually. You got to pay for shipping. You got to pay for movers to come in and move these things, because these drink machines empty can weigh anywhere from 750 on a very, very small machine, upwards 900 pounds. So your regular folks are not moving these, right? So you get somebody who knows how to move them. You can't lay them down. They got to be smart on a vending machine. So your regular person's not moving them. So just the machines themselves would cost more than what I'm valuing them at. Then you add in the setup and all that, you're blowing that $35,000 value way out, right? But the bank doesn't look at that. So they wouldn't give me a loan on that. Even at that low valuation for the machines, low valuation for the overall business, what it's worth. But they did give me, so I was looking for $90,000, I think, something like that, for a business loan. They gave me a $30,000 line of credit unsecured and a $10,000 credit card. I mean, make that make sense. They went, I got it. That's $50,000 short of 90. But to me, if you think about it, that's very risky. I'm already coming to you telling you that the financial smart thing to do is to refinance this loan to drive the interest rate down so that my business is more profitable. So instead of helping me reach that holistic, make the business more valuable by driving down overhead and costs and things like that to keep the business open, you give me the means to spend more money, unsecured, potentially creating a financial disaster in the business. I mean, that just, I can't get there. I don't understand that. I got it. Businesses are risky. Loans are based off of risk. But to me, that just seems super risky. I don't understand that. Do you? I don't know. So anyways, to me, that was crazy. So, yeah. One of the goals is to figure out where I can get that personal loan refinanced into at a lower interest rate. One of the things that I'm not interested in is, like, so I think the interest rate right now is 16% and some decimal. I'm not interested in getting a 15% loan. I mean, that is lower, but what you run into is a hit on your credit, and that 1% is not worth it to me. I'd rather just pay the interest and pay it off quicker. Just because I've been very cautious on my credit score. I'm very aware of how important your credit score is. Super important. You never know when you're going to need that credit score to be high. One of the things that my banker, the guy that I go to for my business needs, one of the things he told me was my credit score was extremely good. And I mean, he acted like that was a bigger deal than my business making money, was my credit score. And I really feel like the bank values your credit score more than it should. So I'm very cautious of how I monitor my credit and how many times people are looking at my credit for hard pulls, which is basically saying, hey, I'm checking this fella's credit or gal's credit because they want some money or they're trying to do something based off of borrowing. So anyways, if I can get it down to, let's say, 12%, now that's worth talking about, maybe even 13%. I think 13% would be a hard line for me. Anything above that, it's not worth my time. So get that interest rate down to 13%, plus I'm not financing the full amount that I did prior to, which was $100,000. when I bought the business. So that's a goal of mine. I think that'll free up a lot of money as far as what would normally have gone to interest. And I'm not going to do anything different with the money. It's still going to go towards the loan. It's just going more towards paying off the loan versus the interest or the fee to borrow the money. Yep, so I kind of wanted to correct that about that investment home thing I said about 10%. It's not investment home, it's your vacation home that allows you 10%, at least where I'm at, in my area, in my lender. Could be different for other people, so don't take that as financial advice. I'm just telling you what I've been told. Yep, so anyways, I just wanted to correct that. All right, 20 degrees, but here to empty the, or not empty, restock the storage unit for the last time, at least for snacks. I'm gonna help him with drinks when it comes time to buy drinks this month, just because he's never done that. I've always done that. So here to do that. Gotta open this thing up. I bought a different lock because the locks they hand out everybody's got, and I feel like that's a security thing. And I have money in here that I don't want someone to steal. So this was after a week. So it looks like, let's see, so I had 15. So how many we got left now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we used about 35 packs of Coke last week. Pepsi's good, Mountain Dew's good. Chips and everything is just kind of wiped out. Let's see what we got for drinks over here. These are my bottle areas. So Red Bull's gone, of course. Monster's gone. Yeah, so I think I bought right. Yeah. So that should set him up very nice for the week coming up. So I think that's a cool gift to give him. Tried to sell these two machines. That's a really good machine. That one, it's a good machine. It's big. So, I mean, I didn't end up selling it before the business sales. So I'm just going to take that off. I just had them on Marketplace. I'm going to take that off. And, yeah, it just goes with the business now. Let's see how many bags we got in here. So we got, let's see, we got one bag. Not a bad haul. Not a bad. Yeah, so that's really good, actually. So I got to count all that up. That's, again, that's my money for this week. Yeah, so let's go start unloading the car. All right, so that's this week. All right, so I just refilled the storage unit one last time here. So that should be getting him good for next week. Should be good to go. Get him started at least. Like I said, I think that's a pretty cool gift to give somebody. Plus, again, it takes the stress off of them. Wanted to show real quick. It's crazy. Like I get these for $1.50 or something like that, and I sell them for $2.50. To me, that looks super gross. But coconut milk with what I guess is pieces of coconut flavored as banana. I don't know. People love it though. They drink it like it's gone in a day. They really love these things. I get these for about $3.75 for 6 and sell them for $1 a piece. So it's pretty standard profit. About half or double. Double. Yeah, and then these are just all the varieties that we change up as much as possible, just to keep things fresh, because people don't want to go in there and see the same thing over and over and over. So I like to rotate that stuff in and out. But yeah, so that is it. pick up cash one more time on Monday, and the business will be somebody else's. Crazy. All right, so I'm gonna make a prediction here, and then I'm gonna count the money and see if I was right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna guess that is gonna total $720. Don't judge me.